Just a little Solo X update. So I had a client come in this weekend and trade me a bunch of dead woofers, the Solo X 12 being one of them. So if anybody wants this, to me it's dead. I don't really care about that stuff, but if you want to buy it, let me know. Same with the frame. It's like somebody tried to get in there. It's already stripped it out, stripped. Just grind them off anyways. So, but this is the original, and then this is the new one. I had about, this is 75, 85, about 85 millimeter to work with as far as height goes. And these are 1-inch slugs that were recovered from big PA 18's. And so yeah, all three of them were recovered. And basically I just ground both sides, get all the glue off, and then try to get as much filings off as possible. And then one at a time, lubed them up with some devil's jizz, and then put them together. And now they've been sitting on top. I had a I don't know what to call it, like a big thick shim in here overnight. Now I got to decide on the top plate and also what coil I'm going to use. I think I'm actually going to make this one single 2 ohm because I have some of the lower to base 8-layer dual ones, and I hate wiring it's a bifiliar coil, so that means it's technically a quad coil. Here it is. Technically it's a quad coil, but I want to get like 4 layers in the gap, and so what you do is you just hardwire this in series, and that'll get you. So the original top plate has been modified where I added 160 millimeter bolt pattern. Here it is, 160 millimeter bolt pattern, but I may have them go in, shave this lip off. The lip is not necessary. I'm not sure why they do that. Maybe it's to center the frame or something like that. Actually, no, that's not true. Maybe it is. It doesn't really need to be there. So, but somebody put it there. But I'll have them mill that off and then open this up to the right diameter. Then other than that, it's ready to go. It's a little thick. I don't want to put it on there because the magnets are still live. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to get off, and it's very dangerous putting it on there. So, but I just wanted to update you on that to show, again, I make these modifications only because, number one, I have all the tools, okay? Number two, because otherwise I don't want to throw this, it's perfectly good steel, right? That's the other thing. I'm not going to do these kinds of modifications for you guys. So unless the motor is already cracked and you want to pay a bunch of money, and even then, I may not have the materials or the tools to do what I'm doing in these videos, okay? So results may vary. And it depends on the little sort of snapshot of what I'm doing at the time, and even if I have time to do it, okay? So do I recommend doing this at home? No. Brad Schulke, for a long time, made a bunch of real Frankenwoofers and shit like that. You know, good for him. Ask him for advice on how to work with live magnets. I don't want to give any advice with live magnets. I don't recommend anybody working with live magnets. So, but speaking of which, I did sell the, what we're calling it, the T2 steel. Let me show you. Here it is. So, I'm not even going to lift it. It's very heavy. It's button modified. I had it turned down so that it would fit the T.C.O.Z coils. I have one LMS Ultra dual 2 coil left that I'm going to be using for it. And then I'm probably also going to make an alternative. He wants an 18. I'm going to do an 18, and I'm going to do like a bunch of Neo on it, so that are already pre-charged. And again, I don't recommend working with live Neo, especially when it's been painted. So we're going to just do a brushed look, and I'll get to finish Mr. Delgado's 15s as well with that live Neo motor stash that I found. So, but other than that, I don't know, I'll do some other dates. I got a NS, what is this? NS blah blah blah. It's from Sundowns. Somebody put a wrong cap on it and it was crooked and had a drip, and so they're like, can you fix it? I'm like, yeah. So anyways, just woofer stuff. Keep the questions coming. I can't always address them. There was somebody that talked about they wanted to see the difference between the Timpani 15. There's a bunch of issues with it that I don't like. but I'll share those with you in another video. It uses like almost an 8-inch voice coil. So again, bigger is not always better, and you got to remember that it's doing the same job as, say, something like this that's ugly and gross but is awesome. So love you.